Been watching too many American soap opera thingamabobs.
I have.
I know. Well, would you not be a lot happier watching the brand new series, Ultimate Sports Day?
Yeah, probably.
Well, you can. It's coming up now, and you will never guess who's presenting it.
Who?
It's only Ori from Newsround.
Give me an O.
O.
Give me an R.
R.
Give me a...
E.
E.
That's
What have we got?
Ori.
Ori.
Taking
Yay.
away Ultimate Sports Day.
Woo!
Here in 2 weeks' time, 16 of the UK's best young athletes will do battle in a unique sporting challenge. 4 nations competing in a series of events, specially built to test strength, speed, agility, and control. Ultimate events, ultimate competition, Ultimate Sports Day. Ravenscraig, once the capital of Scotland's steel industry, but now the place where we'll be testing the mettle of some of the UK's top sporting talent. 75 of the best young sporting stars in the UK will be put through a grueling set of physical tests. Their goal, to win one of the 4 places available on each of the 4 teams: Scotland, Northern Ireland, England and Wales.
Hi, I'm Leo.
Hi, I'm Ellen. My name is Morgan.
I'm here to win it for England.
I'm here to beat the English.
Come on, Wales!
Mastermind behind the tests, top sports trainer, Professor Greg White. He guided Christine Bleakley in her water skiing marathon and David Williams in his cross-channel swim for Sport Relief. So he really knows how to measure the core fitness of these young athletes.
The talent on show is exceptional. Hands on shoulders, keep those hands on shoulders. Keep the hands on the shoulders.
They have just 24 hours to prove themselves. Only 4 from each country will win a place in their national team.
She is rapid. Come on, you're doing really well.
Faster! Let's go! Get to the end! Get to the end!
Mentoring the 4 teams are champions from the world of sport. For Scotland, ice dancing legend Sinead Kerr.
Competing for your country is something that you feel with your heart.
For Wales, European champion sprinter Christian Malcolm.
I know what it takes, I know what's needed to be the best.
For Northern Ireland, former world featherweight boxing champion Barry McGuigan.
The sport chose me. I didn't choose it.
For England, Olympic decathlete Dean Macy.
If I had to put money on a team, I would put money on Team England.
Phase 1, select the best 32 from 75 contestants. They'll tackle 7 tests, including rowing, sit-ups, and bleep tests. The highest scoring in each age group, under 14s and under 16s, will make it through.
The test stops when you miss 2 consecutive beeps.
Good, 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 good.
Northern Ireland's mentor Barry has already spotted the potential of one young athlete.
Nice and steady now. He's going to be... He's got stamina and strength. Remember.
12-year-old Connor Irving from Belfast. His dad used to go head-to-head with Barry in the ring.
But you got to push down. Remember, so let's try a few really fast ones, right? We sparred together. We boxed for Northern Ireland and for a United Ireland team, and he was an incredible athlete. It's good.
500-metre row is about asking them to push themselves as hard as they possibly can and hold on for somewhere like 2 minutes. An incredibly painful event.
Can Connor show some of the same star quality as his dad to win a place in Barry's team?
Keep down, keep down. We now realise what the problem was. His feet were too high up on the thing where you hook your feet in, so he's got to get a chance to do it again. And he will do it. He'll do it around 2 minutes, so that's important to him.
With the technical problem resolved, Connor will be aiming to get a good score in this test to keep him on track in the competition. And Connor's certainly not the only one feeling the pressure.
Oh, it's exhausting.
I feel really, really tired.
One of the toughest tests is the pull-ups.
Girl, excellent. Come on.
Just done like 6 pull-ups on there. That is really hard. I didn't like the chin-ups because I got no strength in my arms.
Get your chin up there, go. Go on.
This does feel quite hard, but it's much more intense.
Pull-ups is about muscular endurance, and this is a really tough event because it's not something that you usually do, and it requires a fantastic power-to-weight ratio. In other words, you have to be strong for your body weight.
Full extension. You got to go full extension, Tom.
Hi, my name is Tom. I come from South Wales. Sport's literally my life, so every day I'm running, always running.
Pull. Good work, so don't worry, man.
The last one I just couldn't...
Tom, but that's what you want, Tom. Remember what I said at the beginning? I don't care if you do none, I don't care if you do 100, right? I just want to know you've done your best. You went there and you did your best.
No, obviously it was really tricky, yeah, and it really burns your arms and stuff.
Good, that's it.
The pull-ups are also a serious test for Tom's teammate, national hockey player Jacob from Gwent.
It kills. Your hands just slip off, even though you got chalk on.
Feel confident? No one feels confident, that's good. Yeah. If it was a yes, then it's something wrong.
My name's Shanice and I live in East London with my mum and my brother who are very supportive over my sport, which is basketball. I also like doing volleyball and in my spare time I love roller skating.
Perfect. Come on, these are awesome. Go, get your chin up there.
Despite her nerves, Shanice does really well with 12 repetitions. Awesome hang time for the under-15 England team basketball player.
Well done. 3, 2, 1, go. Good Morgan, that's it. Good Morgan. Pull him. Keep pulling. Come on.
Christian now pins the hopes of Wales on 13-year-old gymnast Morgan.
Keep your rhythm. 22 pull-ups. I don't think I could do 22 pull-ups right now.
Competition.
You want to have a competition against me?
Yeah.
You set the challenge. You set the challenge against me.
You got a feisty one on your hands there, Christian.
I'm ready to go.
I'm Morgan and I'm 13 years old and I live in Cardiff. I've been doing artistic gymnastics since I was 5 and I now compete for Wales internationally.
Keep going.
Over on Barry's team, with his feet firmly strapped in, Connor has his second chance at the rowing. He's got to get it right this time because every score counts towards getting selected for a place on the Northern Ireland team.
Excellent stuff.
Smile back on your face, buddy. You did really well. Crack on with the rest of the competition?
Yeah.
High five. Put it there.
Come on, keep it going. You can do more.
Meanwhile, over in the Scottish camp, Sinead has spotted a potential star for her team.
I'm Fraser from Scotland. My event is the 800 metres.
Come on, Fraser. Faster.
I can see in him a little bit of fire, and I like that. I think that's something you can work with.
My legs are absolutely aching. Very, very tired.
For England, Dean has a strong contender of his own.
My name's Howard Newell. My main sports are hockey. I also do running, swimming, badminton, whatever. Anything that's thrown at me. I just enjoy sports. The feeling you get after you've been out for a run, or I think it's amazing. I'm here to win it.
This is your first challenge, so did you feel you got to nail it first time?
I thought so, yeah. I thought, it's my first challenge. I've got all my energy, put everything into this, and then see how the others go.
Come on, mate. Come on. Love the fact he's grunting and grafting and you knew he was hurting. 10 seconds. Come on. Ooh, come on. Go. And stop. Well done. Good man.
I'm Sarah Strawbridge. I'm from Northern Ireland and my sport is gymnastics.
Sarah's fantastic, 13.
Stepping up to the challenge of Morgan's tally of 22 pull-ups is Northern Ireland's Sarah.
20 seconds, 22, you're going to beat the record, come on! 23, yeah! Our Sarah was outstanding, 26.
Someone taking your target of 22. How do you feel?
Well, she's a gymnast as well, so I just got to work harder on it. Bring it on, yeah.
Right through, Jake.
Jacob Draper from Wales literally throws himself into every challenge.
My name's Jacob, I'm 13 years old. I started sport when I was 3 doing taekwondo, and then when I was 11 I did hockey, and I want to play hockey in the Olympics for my country.
Good boy.
Now Jacob and Tom are neck and neck.
The bleep test is a simple one. It's about aerobic capacity. It's about how hard they can go, how long they can go. And as well as that, it's about their attitude towards it. Are they going to give up or are they going to dig deep?
With Tom out, Jacob pushes on through.
Top notch shape, buddy. Well then.
You all right?
It's over now, Jake. You've done it. You've won it.
Have we come?
Completely exhausted. Has he pushed too far?
Big deep breath in. Big deep breath in.
It's the end of a long, energy-sapping day. The teams check out where they'll be sleeping.
Wicked bones.
Fully recovered, Jacob can't wait to get into his bed. Sweet dreams, guys, because tonight could be your last. Tomorrow, it's Phase 1 eliminations.
We've got eliminations tomorrow. Really nervous about that. I'm not looking forward to it because some of the people I've got quite friendly with are probably going to go out.
I really don't want to go home. I want to stay in right to the end and win.
Well, it's early in the morning on the first judgment day for our sporting champions, and by the looks of things, not all of them have slept well, and it's set to get even worse for some of them because today they'll get sent packing. Only the highest scoring in their age group, 4 boys and 4 girls from each nation, will make it through to the next phase of the selection process.
You showed heart and you showed commitment. It was fantastic to work with you, but I'm afraid it's going to be the end of the line.
You guys didn't make the cut.
I mean, I did my best, so...
And that's all I asked for. You know what I mean? You didn't give up on anything. You didn't quit.
I've really enjoyed it. It's been really good.
Connor is now about to find out if he's done enough to follow in his father's footsteps and represent Northern Ireland.
Every one of you guys are very special at what you do. That's the reason you're here in the first place. However, you guys are going home.
I'm going to come back next year and give me off.
Don't be upset. I know that this kid is going to refocus and be twice as good the next time. Because you're upset, that shows me you're ultra competitive. You're a stamina man, not a speed guy. So that takes time for you to develop. But have you no doubt, I'll be reading about Conor Irving. I know it. I'm absolutely sure about that. So don't you worry about it and tell your dad not to fall out with me.
What verdict does Sinead have for Scotland?
Unfortunately, I have some not great news. You're going to be stuck with me for another week.
You guys made it.
You're the team.
You're here for the rest of the week. Come on.
It's quite emotional, really, when you're in that room and you're sort of with people that you think got through and with people that you didn't think would get through, and then you find out that you got through, and it's quite ecstatic. The moment that we got told was, yeah, it was really good.
Good job, good job, good job.
The remaining contestants must fight for a place in their national squads. 2 boys and 2 girls to compete in the ultimate sports day finals.
They've had to let go some outstanding athletes, but what they're now left with is a group of highly accomplished physical athletes. The key issue now is what is their skill like, what is their attitude like, and are they going to be the right person for their USD team?
I'm pretty impressed with my top 8, and Team England, let me tell you, are here to win.
Team Scotland!
From now on, the decision as to who will represent their nation is down to the mentors.
I think I've got the best 8, and I think what's going to be tough is choosing the next best 4.
They're about to put their team through a series of epic challenges.
The events ahead are going to require an awful lot of teamwork.
A lot of different skills that none of them have done before.
They're going to face obstacles, they're going to face challenges we're going to find difficult. I want to see how they adapt to that.
Every individual challenge that we give them, they're competing against someone or something.
They need to be fearless, and that's what I want to see.
I want them to go away feeling like they're better athletes for this experience.
7:53 a.m. Wales has drawn the short straw to be up for the first challenge. Wakey, wakey, Jakey.
Morgan started a little chant, which is, who are we? And they all shout, Team Victory! That's what I'm talking about, Team Victory! How are we feeling, guys? Tired?
Yeah? Early start.
Wales begin with the best intentions. Greg wants to see how the young athletes adapt to sports they're not familiar with. But this canoeing lark isn't as easy as it looks, is it, guys? Okay, enough messing around, people. Time for the challenge to commence.
I'm used to my water being a little bit more frozen than this.
Don't worry, I will be in the boat with you.
I do not like the cold, and I do not like the cold water. So I don't want to be going in there today, okay, guys?
Let's go. Come on. The task is simple. Pull the boat towards you, jump in, paddle to the other side, and get out again. So who can do this in the fastest time in their age group?
This is a test of skill and technique, but what's really interesting here is about risk. How hard do they paddle? When do they get out? When do they jump out? Trying to get the best time possible.
We were on the edge, right? So I tried to stand up and jump onto here, and then I splash across the paddling back.
Oi, oi, oi! That is no way to treat a top Olympic athlete, my friend.
He socked me! There's something about Jacob I like. I don't know what it is. I like his fighting spirit. You know, if I'm honest, on day one when I first seen him, I just thought he was just disruptive. He was just a wild child, just all over the place.
Christian, how's your splash?
Yeah, my splash was alright, said, don't worry. Wait till you hear your splash now. I'll pick you up and just dash you in there. But he showed me he's got a lot of fight, a lot of heart, and a lot of determination.
Now it's England's turn. Surely Dean will get the respect he deserves. I didn't think so.
You feel you're pulling a big weight when you're moving forward.
Ooh, bit harsh. Take it as a compliment, Dino.
I think at the end I had a bit of a slow bit, but there was nothing else I could do. I tried my hardest.
Just grab onto the side, doubling off. Go, go, go.
Now it's time for Leo to have a go. But instead of just pulling the rope, Leo runs back with it as hard as he can.
I thought if I just pull it, wrap it around my hand and run, I'm constantly pulling it. And then the time that it takes me to run to get back to Dean, he'll have floated to there, so I thought it would save time.
Good man. Quick as you like. Leo's brilliant. He's an Essex boy. They call him Joey Essex.
Joey Essex here, absolute quality down the finish line.
He hates it, but he's taking it on the chin. Good job, wicked. With this new technique, which I didn't even figure out, we were so much quicker. Keep it going.
But now he's shared his secret, will tough competitor Allard steal Leo's crown?
Good lad, good lad.
Hopefully not, because I want to be the best. But if he does, that's more good news for me, because it helps England, doesn't it?
Good man, good man. I'm done, slow down! Slow down! No!
And Leo's winning tactic hasn't gone unnoticed. England are closely watched by Team Scotland's Frazzle and Fraser.
The English technique's proper good, like he's totally running back and he lets it go about 3 quarters, so copy that. Copy that technique.
He's going pretty fast.
Leo's method isn't as easy as it looks though, as Ellen finds out.
It was quite tiring actually. I fell pulling the rope in, I wasn't good.
The Scottish team are trying some new techniques of their own. Next up, Northern Ireland. Greg wanted to see risk, and Thomas isn't afraid to take one here.
Okay.
Jack may be a champion swimmer, but mate, for this challenge you're supposed to stay in the boat.
Guys, you sure you want to do this, yeah?
Northern Ireland seemed keen to make a big splash with Barry. Ooh.
The water was particularly freezing, and that Egypt Jack decided he would get everybody else to jump in the water. So, you know, and the interesting thing is this, and it may be funny at this stage, but in fact it's very serious. You know, I have to have somebody who can lead that team. And I'm still trying to collate all this information and decide strategically and tactically who's going to be my team.
Time for a sports masterclass.
Please welcome
Olympic bronze medalist,
Kelly Sabaton!
Kelly is here to train the teams for their next Selection Week challenge.
Very surprised, didn't expect it, but we're going to have to get her autograph at some point.
Kelly has represented Great Britain both in the relay and the heptathlon. She's now training for the Olympics.
I'm here today to show you how to sprint and pass the baton in a relay.
star jumps.
But first, the all-important warm-ups. Loving the fancy footwork, guys. And whatever you call that, Jake.
The next drill you may not have done before. I'm not too sure Christian does this, but I'm sure if he does, he'll probably be a better sprinter.
Wow, okay, fair enough.
You might learn something here. Okay, guys, let's go for a little...
2012 Olympic contender Christian never one to turn down a top tip.
That's it, not too high, must use your arms as well.
She's giving them some great tips on how to really use their arms properly, where to focus on with their back and where to land with their feet when they run.
Okay, we're going to do some standing starts now, and the most important thing to remember is that you don't want to overstride the start. So I don't want anyone to be like bounding out the blocks, because that's just going to slow you down.
I've always wanted to become quicker, and I've never thought I really could, but after learning a couple of techniques today, I think I can maybe improve a bit.
I don't want you to come out with your feet underneath you and you're like looking for pennies. You know, you have to drive and you have to make it efficient.
Kelly taught us the push technique when you're passing the baton to your other teammate.
Big shout.
Hand. Louder than that. Sean to Fraser. Hand.
I've not really been coached by anyone from the Olympics or anything before, so it's quite cool, new experience.
Just because you've got a baton in your hand doesn't mean you stop using your arms. It's even more important that you use your arms. Remember to be careful on the first couple of strides because the floor's slippy. On your mark, set, go. Oh, Jacob, good recovery. Don't worry. Happens to the best.
Sorry. It's all practice. You know, for next time, grip a bit harder.
For England, cyclist Sophie is up against triathlete Emily in the younger age group.
Go! That's it, girls. That's it. Arms.
I hope I've got what it takes, but a lot of the things that we're doing now aren't my type of sport, and I feel a bit at a disadvantage being small and younger, but I'm going to try my best.
Love it. You bring joy to the track. Well done. She's the smallest, she's the youngest, and she's just, grit your teeth, come on. And I know for a fact she thinks her age and her size is a disadvantage. I've got to say, her determination and everything that she shows when she's up against it, she always pulls through.
Dean's a really good mentor and everyone gets on well with him, and he's really nice and he involves everyone. We really look up to him.
There you go.
Yeah, that's because he's nearly 2 metres tall, Emily.
I saw the Welsh team before, and they were nowhere near that standard.
Pairing up in the older age group are 14-year-old basketball player Shanice and 15-year-old hockey player Allard.
Where's the hand shout, girl?
Oh, I had such high expectations. Where was the shout? Where was the hand shout?
I went ham.
Oh, quiet. You did say it, but quietly.
Still inside me.
Oh, mate.
On your marks, set, go.
I don't think I did too well today. I just didn't feel good. Trainers, probably.
Yeah, blame the shoes, Fraser. It's always the shoes.
I performed well today, but then there still is quite a bit of competition between me and the other boys because they're quite good, I'm quite good, so it's still 50-50.
I love meeting Kaylee Southerton.
Great to meet someone like a legend like her.
To have a coach us.
Have a coach us is just something else.
When I dropped the baton, I felt pretty annoyed because it was a mistake that shouldn't have happened. I should have grabbed it tighter, and I felt like I let hand down because I had probably won that race. But as loads of people have said to me, it's what I do now that counts.
Let's play a bit of basketball. Philip Sudowu, MBE. The double world champion triple jumper stands at 1 metre 96, which comes in handy for coaching the first of the 2 new skills the teams will need to learn for the USD finals.
You may have seen me out there on the athletics track running and jumping, but what you may not have known is I have a huge passion for basketball.
When I seen him, it was like, whoa.
I've seen him on TV, and I like his red hair, but obviously he only does that for competitions.
Just above the palm of your hands, you've got it there to balance, and in the other hand, in order to control. I don't get to play too often now, so for me it's great fun coming out here and just being able to teach what I learned as a youngster. Well, try and get a little bit more extension in your arms, okay? That'll give you the range. I think they were great, they were marvellous. For the first time actually attempting this task, they've done really well.
Phillips now takes the teams to learn their second new skill.
But that's a warm-up, I'm just warming up.
Archery.
Oh, that was a fail.
I did it once before when I was 8, I think, and I failed miserably, but hopefully I can get better.
It was okay, I was rubbish the first time I did it. I think I got 1s, but no, it was easier the second time.
Like the basketball, it's not just the highest scores, but their ability to improve by practicing that will be measured across the week.
It's about whether they can apply themselves to practice, to improve. So it's as much about their physical ability as it is about their psychological attitude.
So it's practice time for Wales. But Christian, where's your team?
I gotta have a little chat with you because I did hear yesterday no one turned up to archery.
No, we all had a nap because we were actually shattered.
Wales unfortunately had to wake up an hour earlier than everyone else.
I woke up this morning at 5:30 because of the girls, Rash girls, waking us up saying, "Come on, we have to be early."
And just by the end of the day, we were all tired and we planned to go.
So when we came back and then just had a little sleep, catch up on the rest.
Your team had the opportunity to go and practice for this archery competition, which is important today, and they didn't bother.
Do you know what? I'm not happy about what I think. I don't even want to talk about that right now.
But the mentors do need to talk about how their teams are shaping up. They study the scores on all the activities so far, but they'll also be judging character and ability to work in a team. At the end of the week, the mentors will have to eliminate 4 out of 8 competitors, leaving 1 boy and 1 girl from each age group, under 14s and under 16s. It's time for the midweek assessment with Greg.
If you take a look at the data itself...
Stats don't lie, do they?
Stats don't lie, mate.
On paper, statistically, Sophie's outscoring Emily every single time.
Fraser, he was excellent at the bleep test. He won that out and out. But when it comes to new skills and pressure, I think he tries that a little bit too hard and he loses the focus.
This ability to control under pressure is going to be everything for you in these games. Ellen and Louise. One's this sprint power-based athlete.
Yep.
The other, Louise, is this endurance-based athlete.
Yeah.
And for you actually need all of that when it comes to the games themselves. Morgan is small, but she's powerful. But she is slower than Hannah, and she's not as strong as Hannah. What you're looking for is that ultimate team of 4 for your sports day team. Because you know what, this is not just about athletic ability. And what you're looking for is the ones that can actually lift their game and really do something against the other countries.
Next time on Ultimate Sports Day, the mentors will make their teams face the harsh reality of the competition.
Take a seat.
It's not so much about the team anymore. You gotta keep remembering as individual.
I know you're going to be a winner in the future, but I want you to be a winner now.
Yeah. You've got to pick your game up a little bit over the next few days. You know that, don't you?
It's time for everyone to start getting a little bit more competitive within the group.
We're friends, and I don't want to change that, but there's definitely rivalry.
Go, right lines, come on! Count them out! Count them out!
Putting in all that work and then not to get through would be so annoying.
Nice and low, nice and low.
I need you to start turning it on. You are playing for a place in your country. They're all 50-50. And so this is why it's going to come down to the wire.
I've got to explain to the ones that I haven't picked why I haven't picked them. And that's going to be the difficulty.
They're going to find it very difficult to sleep tonight.
It really is doing me in.
Come on!
In these next 2 days, I have to give everything. I just have to push my body further and further and further.
Everyone gotta push it up a bit more to get a place in that team.
You can't choose your teacher, and you definitely can't choose your brother. But when your brother chooses to be your teacher...
What's up, bro? It's surfing now. It's a what now?
Then it's bound to kick off.
Students and teachers are natural enemies. We're like cats and dogs. People can't know we're brothers.
I'm Josh's big brother, okay? What are you waiting for?
4 O'Clock Club, brand new to CBBC. Fridays at 5:30 on the CBBC channel.
I
That was amazing.
Wow, I liked it.
If you want to tell your friends about Ultimate Sports Day, then tell them you can catch it again tomorrow at 7:45 a.m. here on the CBBC channel.
Hey, Kel, you know what you are, don't you? You're a celebrity presenter. Get it? Celebrity, it's the way it's spelled.
Yes, that's right. I am the one and only Kel Spellman.
I am the one and only Dodge the Dog.
Well, I mean, Yonko, where's he?
I don't know, where is he?
Well, I don't know.
Well, hey, I think we should do this.
Yes, that's right. You've been taking Sir Yempi of Yentsville to some weird and wonderful places. So let's have a look at what you guys have sent in.
No.
The first one is from Joseph.
Cow!
No,
It's a cow!
stop,
Get your filthy
I know,
paws
it's
off
fine.
my Yonko!
It's fine.
I don't
Yonko's
even
gonna be
like
fine.
that!
It's all right. It's all right. Calm down. Calm down. It's fine. OK, the next one is of Yonko in a four-wheel drive sent in by Bradley. Yonko looking fly.
Ooh, he's not that cool in real life. He likes a malted milk beverage before bed and an early night.
Ah, don't we all?
Huh?
Anyway, moving on. The next one is sent in from Brody, and it's looking rather fruity.
I always knew he was bananas. You get it?
Yeah.
So Yonk's into bananas. I knew he was bananas, you know? Woo-hoo, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
bananas.
it. Yeah, you can stop saying bananas now, all right? OK, stop saying bananas. If you want to send him some pictures of Yonko in some weird and wonderful places, then get over to the CBBC website and click on Things to Do. And then you can send them in to us via email, cbbc@bbc.co.uk,